Hey guys, Amy here with Leap of Faith Crafting. Thanks so much for stopping by. So today we are going to be doing a fun Cricut project, you might have seen them around. I've loved them. I've been wanting to make a family tree sign. You might think you need to buy one or use a wood cutting machine or a laser cutting machine, but you can actually make one that is super affordable with your Cricut machine. So Cricut Maker or the Cricut Explore line, you can make a smaller one if you have the Joy Extra. But I made these a few different ways to just to kind of show that you can make things in so many different ways when you have a Cricut. That's one of the things that I love about crafting, is that you get to put your own spin on everything. You get to make it exactly how you want, the colors you want, and having a Cricut just makes that all possible. The Cricut machine itself can be a little expensive right up front, but I mean, I've been using one for at least 10 years now, and I've saved so much money on making all the decor in my house and gifts and all that kind of stuff. And it's really fun to kind of use up craft materials that you have that I know a lot of us crafters are at a craft store and we're like, ooh, it's on sale, let's buy it, it seems great. And then it kind of sits there. So I like to go through and kind of see things that I have and see what will work. So that's why I wanted to make these signs in a couple different ways to give you just some inspiration and kind of thoughts of maybe thinking in ways you haven't thought about it. So I'm going to show you how to make this sign here. This I'm going to actually be using wood veneer, which is super fun. And actually this was my first time using it. I'm surprised because I love it. It gives that appearance of that wood and it's thin. So you can use the Cricut Maker or the Explore line to make it. You will need a deep cut blade if you want to use the veneer. And this is kind of what it looks like. It's kind of this cool, the grain of the wood, but it's super thin and pliable. And I got it in walnut and also in maple. And then these rounds I just got from the Dollar Tree. So super budget friendly project, right? And it's amazing. And these I'm going to be giving to my family for Christmas this year, but you can make so much. There's 2 sheets of these in each pack, so you can make 2 just with that. But I also wanted to show you that you don't even need to get that if you don't want to. It came out super cute. I used actually iron-on vinyl for this one. I used this pretty brown foil iron-on and put it on here. It didn't stick in all places right at the beginning, but it kind of gave it a little bit of texture when I had to redo it. And I'll show a quick process video at the end of how I did this, but I'm going to concentrate more on this one here. But just to show you, with this one, I used the iron-on vinyl, and then I used craft board and then just cardstock. And that's all I used. So you can cut the tree out of cardstock and use it that way if that's what you have. You can cut it out of craft board. If you have the Maker, you can maybe even cut cardboard for the hearts, things that you can find in your craft stash and try to use it up. I am going to be using this same iron-on vinyl to put on the names on here. You can also use the write function. So if you have the pens, markers, anything like that, that would be quick and easy to do the write. I just wanted to show you how easy it is to use iron-on vinyl and actually use my mini press here and to put it on cardstock. So I like using with that, especially with little words and letters. So this was just another option. I just wanted to show you another way that you can do it with different materials. You don't have to do it exactly the way I do it. You can customize it and make it your own. I added this kind of blue pretty cardstock to the back of mine just to give it a pop of color, but you definitely don't need to do that either. And then these actually are cut out of the maple wood, same with this one, with that wood veneer. And with the wood veneer, you'll also need the strong grip mat, which is the purple one. If you want to use that and some masking tape, and then everything else, I'm just using a regular green cutting mat. Okay, so we're just going to jump into Cricut Design Space. I have the project link below so you can make this pretty quickly, and I'm just going to show you a few tweaks, or some of the names and things like that you'd have to change in the project file. But then after that, it's pretty quick to cut everything out and put it together and ready to give out for Christmas. Okay, so when you click on that link below, this should pop up, and this is my project within Design Space. So you want to go ahead and hit Customize down here, and the project will come up. I'm just going to minus it here so we can see it a little bit better.
So this is actually sized to fit one of those rounds that are a little under 12 inches. So I have the size to 11.5, which is as big as the Cricut Maker or the Explore line will cut. So everything in here is already set. These are the hearts. So you can duplicate these hearts and make as many as you need for the family tree. These hearts are actually just the offsets of these hearts. So these are the ones I'm cutting out of just the cardstock to give it that extra pop. And then I'm going to be using some foam adhesive on the back just to make them pop up a little bit more. So the only thing you're going to need to come in and do is actually add the names. I have the one font that I'm using already in here. It's the ITC Souvenir. So you would just come in here and type all of those. If you want to change it and do a writing font, and definitely change this, go into the writing font and pick which one you like. So what I do is I'm just going to click on that font and change it. Okay, so you'll just go through and add all your names. I do them all at once, and then I click off of it and click back on, and then we can come up and actually ungroup these to the lines. And so now they'll all be separate, and you can move them around and kind of place them over the hearts, and then you can make some a little bit bigger if you want. If I want to make this one a little bit bigger since it's a shorter name, and move it around. Okay, so if you're using anything besides cardstock, any kind of vinyl, you want to make sure to attach this once you have it. So I'm just going to come down on that right side and click on attach. So now it will cut out on my iron-on exactly like that. Okay, I'm going to move these. So you'll just go through and add all of your names. Like I said, if you need to duplicate any hearts, you can do that. And again, once we have each of them, we're going to come down and click attach so that all of these stayed attached. So I'm just going to click on each one, attach them. So you can also change the colors into different things if you're cutting things out in more than one color. I am doing this out of the walnut wood veneer, and I'm doing all of these out of the maple wood veneer, and then cutting this out of cardstock. But like I said, you can use craft board, you can use iron-on vinyl, anything like that. And then the names I'm cutting out of actually iron-on vinyl. So once you have it all set, obviously I'm missing a few names, but I'm just going to show. We're going to come into Make It. Okay, and it has it and it fits perfectly on one mat. I'm going to come in here, and this one, since I'm cutting it out of iron-on vinyl, I'm going to mirror it. And then here are all my outline hearts, and here are everything that I'm going to cut out the wood veneer.
Okay, so you can see my first mat is going to do that big tree. I am cutting out of the wood veneer. So I am going to put this on a strong grip mat, and I want my grains going up. So we are going to stick this on here. And use my brayer to really stick it down. And then I'm going to put masking tape. And since the image is going to go almost to the edge, I'm mostly going to tape the edges where it's not going to cut in all those corners there. Okay, and then I'm going to actually load my deep point blade and housing. It comes with the black housing. So I'm going to put that in there, and then we are going to browse all materials here. I'm just going to type in veneer, and you'll see natural wood veneer. I'm going to click done. So you can see it even says load deep point blade and clamp B. Okay, so I have my mat ready here. We are going to insert it under our glides there. Load the mat. Okay, and then I'm gonna push my go button when it starts blinking and let that cut. While that is cutting, I'm gonna get my next mat ready, which is cutting out the names. So I am doing this on foil iron-on vinyl. So I'm gonna place this on my mat and get it down as well as I can. And I'm actually going to tape this down since it's not wanting to adhere on all the sides. Okay, so this stopped. It did about 4 passes, so it does take a little bit of time.
And then I'm going to remove all of the excess veneer from my mat.
So, since I already have my deep blade in, I'm going to skip to my next wood veneer, which is, let's see, it is the red one. And I'm actually going to kind of move these all in a little bit so we don't get the cutting the masking tape. I'm going to click done, and again, I'm going to browse, and I just type in VEN, grab that natural wood veneer. Before I pull that off, I am going to switch my blade out and we'll start cutting that foil iron-on vinyl that I already taped.
And then I'm going to go ahead and keep loading my mat and cutting out my material as prompted by Cricut Design Space. And then I'm going to weed out all of my extra iron-on vinyl, so I am just left with those small names. And then we'll start adding them on.
So I have my easy press at just the first level there. If it doesn't seem to be working, you can try medium. Okay, so then I'm just going to start ironing the names onto all of the hearts. Kind of go over it. I don't need to do it for too long. Just a few seconds, kind of at a little bit of firm pressure. And then just peel those right off. So I'm putting on that backing. You can just put these on the tree like they are. They are a little bit bendy. So I was just giving it kind of that extra color and then some extra sturdiness by adding it to the cardstock. Okay, so now we have all of our stuff cut out. Excuse my dogs, they're going crazy at the moment. So I'm actually going to take this out of my wood round.
And I'm going to carefully remove my veneer from the mat. Using a spatula seems to help.
So that is just going to go on like that. Okay, so I'm just going to put glue all over the back side and we're going to glue this on. Okay, so then we're going to glue our family. Okay, so now for these, you can either glue on. So I want it popped up a little bit. So I am going to put just the foamies on the back here. And there you have it. A family tree sign that has that wood texture in it from that veneer. And then all we need to do is a little twine back in it. And we have that to hang up. So you can make a bunch of them for gifts. There's 2 sheets of veneer in each packet. So you could make 2 per veneer, or like I said, you don't need to use the wood veneer. For this one, I use the iron-on foil because I also had that, but you could use regular iron-on, you could use adhesive vinyl, you could use just cardstock, whatever you have on hand. Really, you can make these kind of things with so many different type of materials, so you don't have to spend a bunch of money. Okay, so I hope that helped giving you some ideas of what some decor you can DIY pretty easily and pretty cheaply with a Cricut machine. And I hope you hit that subscribe button below so you don't miss any videos. And happy crafting, everyone.